fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique. And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. But Justin Herbert looking comfortable here in season number 2. He looked comfortable in season number 1 for that matter. But what's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him?
Oh, you've asked a really difficult question there, because you're right. Year 1, he looked like a 5-7-year veteran, and he's only going to continue to get better. But with a guy who throws such a pretty ball and has such a great arm, throwing the long ball has got to be a blast for him. He wants to push the ball downfield. Doesn't mean he can't make all the other throws, but I want to take those away first and make him beat me by being accurate and dinking and dunking all the way downfield. Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And it's caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good open. And it'll be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get the foot. as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
At their own 6-yard line.
First carry for Najee Harris.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 11-yard line.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down now. It's Harris, and he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing is Kaepernick on 3rd down.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Williams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guy.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score, Chargers 7, Steelers 0.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Third down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up with a very good clip.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, it's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
The all-pro pass rusher Joey Bosa able to make the tackle there.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick.
That's going to be caught by C.J. Board.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second and 7. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try the right side with Harris. Fighting through. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On the give, this is Harris. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They run for it with Harris. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This is swung out to Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, LA! This is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this is no ordinary run after the catch. This is supersized right here. He's able to look it in, turn upfield, and then it's as simple as looking for the area where the defenders aren't. And then he outruns them all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that is incomplete. We've seen this offense do some unconventional things thus far, but they couldn't go for it on 4th down here, could they?
Could someone patch us into the head coach's headset? Punt the ball.
And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, here's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Herbert. Being chased out left. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. To throw is Kaepernick. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Charger drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd and 15 now. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's Harris. He can't get him down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. Now Kaepernick. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Room here to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall them.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Herbert. And Ingram holds it in. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield. Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him. And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Hopkins with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Now Kaepernick. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Harris. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Harris has it over the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Harris. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Kaepernick.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's the all-pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the Steelers' 36-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Deep ball for Goodwin. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Boswell good with the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 24-yard line.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write an end to this one. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was